In this video, I will guide you what is temporary shortage list. Then I will show you temporary shortage list which was published on 22nd July 2025. This is the long list, but this list will guide you and help you to decide what you need to do next. Then I will guide you how does TSL work. After that, I will also show you the guidance which was published by the gov.uk Workers and Temporary Workers Guidance was sponsored. In this guidance, if we go down, they have actually provided us the explanation about the temporary shortage list. When you can sponsor a worker for a job below graduate level, SK 4.9 and SK 4.10. We will discuss this in this video. So without wasting time, let's start. What is temporary shortage list? The temporary shortage list, also known as TSL, is a time-limited appendix to the skilled worker rule that took effect on 22nd July 2025. As a list of sponsorship eligible medium skill jobs, it works alongside the immigration salary list, which covers higher skilled roles. So if we go on gov.uk and write skilled worker visa, click search, we will come to this page where if we click your job and if you go down, this will give you the explanation about the temporary shortage list. As per gov.uk, it says if your occupation code is listed as a higher skilled job, you can apply for the visa. If your occupation listed as medium skilled, you can only apply for this visa if your job is on either immigration salary list or temporary shortage list. And when we click on this, we come to this page. It says skilled worker visa temporary shortage list published on 22nd July 2025. At the bottom, it says occupation code, job types included on temporary shortage list, standard rate, lower rate. Later on in this video, we will try to understand what do we mean by standard rate and what do we mean by lower rate. The TSL give sub-degree occupation RQF 3 to 5 such as laboratory technicians, logistic managers, a narrow conditional route back entity sponsorship after the general skill threshold rose to RQF 6. Minister described it as a bridging mechanism that lets employers recruit for genuinely critical vacancies while domestic training pipelines are put in place. Both lists will coexist until they are due to expire on 31st December 2026. This TSL list is valid up until December 31st, 2026 or sooner at the Home Office discretion or are replaced following the formal MAC review. The stage 1 report is expected in January 2026 and stage 2 occupation recommendation in mid 2026. The worst part of this list is workers sponsored via ISL or TSL in an RQF 3 to 5 occupation cannot bring new family members to the UK. Now let's take a look to the occupation code 1243. Job type including on the temporary shortage list is manager in logistics. Standard rate 44,900. Lower rate is 37,300. Before we go forward, let's try to understand what do we mean by standard rate and lower rate. We know that we will go on skilled worker visa page back again. We will click on your job and we will go down and we will read this. You must meet all the following requirements to be eligible for skilled worker visa. Your job is eligible for this visa. You will be working for UK employer that has been approved by the Home Office. You will be paid at least minimum salary for the type of work you will be doing. The minimum salary for the type of work you will be doing is whichever is the highest, 41,700 or the going rate for the type of work you will be doing. Now if we go down and we look for the salary requirement, you will usually need to be paid the standard rate at least 41,700 per year or going rate for your job whichever is higher. For example, your salary is 42,000 per year. but the annual going rate for the job you will be doing is £45,000. You do not meet the usual salary requirement for this visa. Further, it says when you can be paid less. If you do not meet the usual salary requirement and you do not work in the healthcare or education, you might still be eligible for your salary will be at least 33,400 per year. Check when you can be paid less. It says you may be able to meet lower salary requirement if you are extending your skilled worker visa or updating your skilled worker visa. So this lower rate will be eligible if you are extending your visa or updating your visa. But if you are applying first time, then the standard rate will apply. But in the standard rate, we also need to consider the minimum rate. As it says, you will usually need to be paid standard salary rate at least 41,700 per year or the going rate for your job, whichever is higher. So this is 41,700 is the minimum or whichever is higher. Now let's take a look which eligible occupation codes are allowed. So manager in logistic, director in consultancy services, laboratory technicians, electrical and electronics technicians, engineering technicians, building and civil engineers technicians, quality assurance technicians, planning, process and production technicians, CAD drawing and architectural technicians, IT operations technicians, IT user support technicians, database administrators, authors, writers and translators, dancers, photographers, clothing, fashion, accessories, designers, design occupation, not elsewhere classified, only the following job type: industrial and product designers, packaging designers, performance makeup artist, set designers, visual merchandising managers and designers, ship and hovercraft officers, legal associate professionals, insurance underwriters, financial and accounting technicians, estimators, data analysts, business associate professionals not elsewhere classified. For example, business support officer, business system analyst, contract administrator, clinical trial administrator, research coordinators, business sales executive, advertising and marketing associate professionals, human resource and industrial relation officers, information technology trainers, credit controllers, bookkeepers, payroll managers, wages clerk, financial administrative occupation not elsewhere classified. For example, box office assistant, grant officers, mortgage administrators, pension and insurance clerk assistants, welding trade, pipe fitters, metal working production and maintenance fitters, air conditioning, refrigeration installers, vehicle technicians, vehicle bodybuilder and repairer, vehicle paint technicians, boat and shipbuilding repairers, electrical electronics fitters, telecom related network installers and repairers, computer system and equipment installers and services, security system installers and repairers, electrical and electronic trades not elsewhere classified, steel erectors, plumbers and heaters, ventilation installers and repairers, construction and building trade not elsewhere classified, builders, divers, fence erectors, industrial climbers, remotely operated vehicles, ROV operators, steel fixers and underpinners, floorer and wall tilers, paint decorators, construction and building trade supervisors, energy plant operatives. Now let's read what the guidance says. So when you can sponsor a worker for a job below graduate level, you can only sponsor a worker for job below graduate level if one of the following is true. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Number 1 is the job is on the immigration salary list or the temporary shortage list, the one which we just discussed. The job is listed in table 1A, table 2AA or table 3A of the appendix skilled occupations, and workers meet the transitional provision for skill level described below. If we do Control F and look for the table 1A, we will come to this page where it says table 1A appendix occupation list and table 1A appendix skilled occupation if the job is on the immigration salary list. So if I click and open this one, This will take me to the page where it says Immigration Rules Appendix Skilled Occupations. If I go down, I can see Table 1, which is this. Table 1A, Additional Eligible Occupation, which is this table. I'll put this link in the description so you can access this table directly. If you click on this, this will give you the list of all the occupations. If we go down, we can drag this like this and we can see all the going rate 90%, 80%, 70%, eligible for PhD. And we can see all the details over here. So this one is table 1 and this next one is table 1A. Let me show you table 1A as well. So this one is table 1A, additional eligible occupations code and related going rate for skilled worker applicant granted permission under the rules in place before 22nd July 2025. And this one will give me the list of the table 1A. And if we want to see the table 2, this one is table 2 and this one is table 2A. So if I up this one is table 2A. So we have table 2, table 2AA and we have table 2A. So table 2A is before 4th April 2024. Table 2AA is before 22nd July 2025. I know it's a bit confusing, but you need to understand all these tables before you apply. So if we are considering table 2AA, that's before 22nd July 2024. And table 2 is eligible occupation code related to going rate. So this one is the going rate basically. So we have different tables for different purpose. If we go back on the guidance, further it says the job is listed in table 2A of appendix skilled occupation. The worker meets the transitional provision for salary described in section SK6 and is continuing to work for the same sponsor. The same sponsor is very important over here. So this one is when you can sponsor a worker for a job below graduate level. Further it says SK 4.10. These jobs are considered to be skilled to level RQF 3 to 5 except for those in table 2A and occupation code 6145, care workers and home carers, all of which are RQF level 2. Jobs in table 2AA are identical to those in table 1A, but the worker can be paid a reduced salary if they meet requirements under salary option F2J. For further information on salary threshold and points below. So if we click SK6, this will give us the SK6 guidance. SK 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4. So this is the further guidance for that. And if we click F2J, this will take us to FGHIJ. So if you wanted to know about F2J, then I'll put this link as well in the description and you can read this. Now let's discuss the last part of this video. How does the TSL work? Under the provision of Statement of Changes, the temporary shortage list operates as an interim tool from 22nd July 2025. The form of any permanent TSL is expected to follow the recommendations of MAC review due in 2026. So from 22nd July 2025, the TSL applies only to occupation at RQF level 3 to 5 that are designed in appendix skilled worker. All new skilled worker sponsorship for sub-degree roles must be drawn from those tables. TSL jobs are strictly time limited. Every interim entry and any new listing recommendation by the MAC is set to expire for sponsorship on 31st December 2026. Through the Home Office may remove an occupation sooner if compliance issues present. The MAC is expected to report in 2 stages during 2026, including a list of recommended occupations, after which Home Office will decide which role remain on permanent TSL beyond 2026. I totally understand that these new rules are very difficult to understand, but we have no other option apart from trying to understand what it means and what actually the guidance says. It's always better to read the guidance. I'll put the guidance in the description as well.